Greetings, adventurers. Jeff here with Ghost Knight Gaming, and we are back for our playthrough of Final Fantasy I Pixel Remaster. We're just outside of Melmond. We got everything we need from the Sage. We now have a fiend to hunt down, going back the way we came, and time to see about getting a crystal, maybe? Hopefully? Anybody know anything about this? Maybe. I like the music for this place. Alright, so we're going to try to express our way down there. Now I am behaving, and I'm not turning off encounters. Wait. There we go. Turn the encounters back on. My bad. I'm not using any of the additives for that to do this playthrough. We're just actually going through. Otherwise, yeah, this would be... it would be a cinch. We just do this without any encounters. Would just be fine. Yeah. But we're not going to do that. We are going to use our map, though. Because, yeah, screw that. Alright, so we're going to go... oh, wait, other than the way I'm going. Alright, let's go here. Nope. We're going here. We don't want to go here. This is the last place we want to go. Look the other way, arachnophobes, please. For the sake of your own health and safety, and I will slay these beasts. I do it for you. Poison can stop. I think I stocked up on antidotes. We're probably going to find out that I didn't, and we're probably going to find out that we didn't. But we'll find out in a minute. Or two. Or however long this fight takes. Today. All day. All day today. That's how long it's going to take. Alright, we survived. Do we have antidotes? Yes, I bought some. Alright. We did well. I actually prepared for this. At least a little bit. Alright. Alright. I guess we're just going to fight all the Hellgigas as I go wrong. I looked at the map, and we still got lost. What are we doing here? That's just how it is, I suppose. And that's part of the adventure, right? That's part of the adventure. That's how we do things. Is we eventually get our sorry butts lost everywhere we go. Hey. Kiki! That's all he has to say. And, oh, now they're just trolling me. You guys fight the troll, you guys fight the Minotaur. Everybody loses. They're gonna kick us in the face. Alright, let's one. At least they are not as brutal as regular trolls. Mind you, D&D trolls also have the, if we throw fire at them, they don't regenerate anymore, but I don't think these guys do that. Maybe they do, I've just never tried it. It's worth an experiment at some point, but I should actually heal. Hey, somebody remind me to heal. Yeah, you, White Mage, remind me to heal. Or heal everybody. Because that would be the best way to go about this. Use. Lesser potions. We're going to use our big ones until we really need them. There we go. Okay, downstairs. So that's the first run of floors. Where is the set of stairs I need? Oh, we gotta take this all the way around. We gotta go all the way around to get to that plate right there. So, get ready. Vroom vroom. Nope. Preemptive strike. The best bet. Yeah, preemptive strike. strike situation like this is to use Dia and then run away. I mean, just use Dia and move on. She should be able to take them out with Dia. Oh, maybe not. Well, that's okay. We win, nevertheless. Charge. Probably bad, but I think we'll be okay. I don't think we have stone as a ailment in Final Fantasy 1, but I could be wrong and could suffer from my hubris. Wait, no, we have gold needles. Never mind. Alright, past there, past you. Say hi to the bat, say goodbye to the bat. Why is there 3 ogre chiefs and 1 ogre? It seems like a weird misplaced leadership situation here. I feel like it could also be because we've decreased the surplus population of ogres, and the only ones left are these guys, and now they're really mad at us. And next one. Rid of this next guy. Alright. Okay, so let's see if we can clear these guys out without causing too much trouble for ourselves. Part of the way there. I do like how the Pixel Remasters add some interesting particle effects when you are in various caves and other in other locations like that, where you can actually see all the particle effects, and it's very interesting. It adds an interesting element, though. It would suck to be in a cave that has all that dust flying around. Just pointing that out, it would kind of suck. But you know, it looks cool. Looks pretty. I'm debating. No. Yeah, you know what? You're gonna fire at these guys. We're getting close. We should be able to get to the next part where the boss is. And I don't think it's a huge search to go find them at that point. But I could be wrong. Ooh. Just make this, yeah. I might just do another fire right here, just to clear the board a little bit quicker. I do have ethers, so I can restore his spell casting. You know, some people are very adamant against all of the additions that they made in later versions of Final Fantasy 1, but I think, you know, and we've talked about it in a couple of the episodes, and we're probably going to talk about it a lot as we play through the game, is the accessibility just is so important, I think, for other people getting a chance to play this, as we get blinded by touching the plate and now we have access to the next part of the dungeon. And tougher enemies, or more enemies, and stuff happening, and paralysis, and that's not cool, as they paralyze one of my fighters. I'm not a fan of that, and you shouldn't be either, I think. Maybe. Unless you're... You know what? No, we're not going to entertain that. Alright. I think I have to go all the way to there. There might be stuff to grab, but I don't want it, so we gotta go here. Let's see if I can... Okay, good. I can go this way. We can go there, 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 there. Thar, thar, and thar. I mean, I don't actually have to fight all of the things. I could just not. But, a little bit of extra experience is not terrible. We're not trying to do a ton of grinding, especially early on, and there's actually a reason we don't want to grind earlier in the game. Just enough to get us through the first section, but not enough to... Oh, wait. We should use antidotes because poor fella's feeling a little under the weather there, and we don't want him feeling worse. Go this way, through here, ignore the bats. They're just hanging out. They didn't want any part of this. They don't know what's going on. Just don't disturb them. They aren't attacking us either. So, group of cockatrices is not something I want to entertain. I don't know what this does. Oh, okay, there we go. There's the problem. Don't turn him to stone, please. See, and there you go. There's something that you have to work on avoiding, is having an entire party wipe because they all hit you with status ailments. Oh, good. At least they own up to the terrible thing that they are going to do and give us the item we need to restore ourselves. That's at least a positive. They probably were trying to hold them so that people couldn't cure themselves with it and try to dry out the market so that nobody could be saved, so they could just make a rock statue out of an entire area. So, yeah. Thankfully, we have prevented that by slaying all of them until more of them come out. I mean, I know he's actively working on getting rock hard abs, but that is not how we do it. We don't want to take any shortcuts for this. This is very important. Alright. So is it the door? It's probably the door. So I'm going to go up to there and there. And then hope for the best. The interesting thing about this particular dungeon is the fact that they, you go, oh, I'm going to explore this dungeon and get what I found here. And it's like, great, we found something here. And then you think, okay, well, reach the end, you go through that door, and there's nothing going on there. You can sense the evil. So you kind of get the foreboding thought of, maybe you'll have to come back here. But giving you like a whole second half of a dungeon is kind of mean. And you're already probably wandering around and getting very bloody lost everywhere you go. You could potentially even, like I said, the potential for doing things out of order is possible once you get outside of there. That maybe have to be an experiment that I try out, is to try doing some of the stuff out of order. Because, yeah, would be rather interesting. But who knows? We'll see what happens. Right now, we're just trying to get to the end of this dungeon and work our way from there. The level is not terrible. 2 hill gigas is actually kind of a minor problem at this point, considering everything else we face off with. They just hit hard, but they don't turn us to stone, they don't poison us, they don't... so it's kind of nice just having somebody that just... don't do evil things to us as much. Alright, so let's get ready to rumble. Now we've got a general theme to the foes that we face here. Oh, they only restore 1 casting of anything. Alright. Quick save, because why not? Who speaks to me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I am he who feeds on the power of the earth. I will not be disturbed by mortal men. I am the lich, fiend of earth. Well, this is going to be awkward, but... Oh, wait, undead. Here we go. We're going to blast him with Fire Aga. Good haste. But this will be more effective. Or you could just put both of my fighters to sleep. Apparently it's nap time over in Fighterville. Thanks, guys. Okay, good. It was a short nap. It still made them miss their turn, but... wow. Alright, Dante's putting in the hard carry now that he can actually cast spells on this guy. If these guys take it out in 2 rounds, I'm gonna laugh. Nope, not 2 rounds, but it was close. They're barely hurting him anyway, so... Oh, and one of them's paralyzed. He has all the... So if you've ever played Dungeons & Dragons, he actually has a bunch of the different things that just make liches what they are, like a paralyzing touch when he hits. Yeah, that's kind of on point. And also not very nice. That being said, he's also very weak to life damage. So, yeah. It's very nice. And there is the fiend that we have slain. The fiend of earth has been dealt with. And our heroes have blinded me and lit up the first crystal. We have finally, several episodes in, dealt with our first fiend and our first crystal. The nice thing about this crystal, it has a quick way out. Go us. And there we have success. We have defeated our first fiend, and we've completed our first quest to get our first crystal. Now, we've got to head somewhere and go find our next crystal. The nice thing is, once we get past this one, it's a quick jaunt to go find our next crystal. From there, we've got a couple of things to do. Start going after the other crystals that are also hanging out there, but we'll see more of that in the relatively near future. That being said, we are going to head back to Melmond, rest, recuperate, spend money, most likely. I don't know, I don't really have anything else to buy. And on our next episode, we are going to be continuing our adventure to try to save the world from the fiends and, stop the end of the world. The usual stuff. You guys are used to this. If you guys enjoyed this, feel free to hit that subscription button and hang out and see more of my videos. I also stream on Twitch on a regular basis, so if you want to talk with me live, you can absolutely go and do that. The link is actually down below. And hopefully you have a great rest of your week, day, month, whatever it is. And remember the very important part. Have fun, keep gaming, and I will see you guys again next time.